Views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group. Get involved with Access Fort Wayne and make your own television programming. Call 421-1250 to find out more.
To 100. So,
Wow, 100 already? Wow.
100 already.
Wow, Wesley, that's really wonderful.
Hi, Mr. Sun.
Hi, how
Get
you
up,
doing?
Mr. Sun. You look different today.
Hey, I'm feeling really good. Don't I look good now?
Did you shave?
No, I never had whiskers.
Oh, okay, I was just wondering.
Oh,
But speaking of 100 episodes, man, I mean, like I said, me and Wesley are reuniting on productions. My favorite episode of being on Wesley's show is Father's Day, because when my kids came on and said how they felt about me, that was my favorite episode of being on. Thank you very much for that.
And mine was Mother's Day. And what was you?
mine, I like any show that I can feel really hot on.
You were hot that day at the fire station.
Yes, I was hot. Yeah.
And then that's the letter shows too.
Yeah.
You got it hopping, popping.
We did get them huffing popping. You're right, Wesley.
So what's going on today's show? I mean,
We got our friends.
All right. There's going to be Sterling DeMond and his wife, Marianne DeMond. They're going to sing some of my favorite hymns today.
There you go.
And but when are we going to let them start singing,
They
Wesley?
can go forward at it now.
are you ready to get it rolling?
Sure. We just came through the Easter holidays that actually changed the world. For Easter gives us hope, and then Good Friday provided salvation for those who will accept Christ. Mary Ann's going to play us 3 songs here. First one is called Were You There? Were You There came out of the slavery fields of the South and then worked through the black churches, the little mainstream black churches. Then she'll play Christ, the Lord is risen today, and finally, Because He Lives. Mary Ann? the first. Marianne's last song is going to be The Old Rugged Cross. And that gentleman, George Bernard, was born in Iowa in 1871, frail and small. But he was one, when his daddy died, who kept the farm running for all the sisters and the brothers and the little ones that lived there. Saved in a small church through the Salvation Army, he later became a Methodist pastor. But George Bernard ended up in Michigan. So now we've got the South, we've got Indiana, Alexandria, and we've got somebody from Michigan writing songs. The Old Rugged Cross. If you're as old as as old as we are, you grew up on these songs, both from the organ and the piano, and we appreciate them. Thank you, Marianne.
Thank you guys for coming on the show.
Thank you for coming back again.
Yeah, thank you, Sterling. Thank you, Marianne DeMond.
Back to Wesley's Mr. 100 show. We got
Betsy Kochmar.
from Fort Wayne Cinema. Can you tell us about the special you guys start doing on this year?
Well, the thing that I think is special this year is that we're celebrating our 50th anniversary of being a public transportation corporation. And so I brought along some of our trinkets and patches from the last 50 years or so. So we can celebrate 50 years while you celebrate your 100th show.
So, right.
50 years of being in the wow, that's buses being around. That's pretty cool.
That is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Well, actually, that's 50 years that we were a public transportation corporation.
Okay.
There were actually buses in Fort Wayne clear back in 1872.
Wow.
That was when
Whoa.
the Citizen Street Railroad Company introduced horse cart service into Fort Wayne. So I'm pretty sure that nobody's around that remembers that, because that was 145 years ago. But we're hoping that there'll be lots of people around that'll remember 50 years ago and can remember going downtown to Wolf and Dressauer on the bus, or maybe going back and forth to GE on the bus to work. And so in order to remind them of that, we've put an older bus on our newer map. And so our map this year has a picture of an old bus on it.
So pretty much going back to retro, because retro.
Yeah, we're doing retro.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know, there's a guy that I watched my show way back in the day, and he was telling me that, you know, how everybody's got their hobbies and interests. And it's not about the public, you know, the buses has his interest, and that's kind of cool. He was telling me about stories about the CityLink bus from way back when it was PTC. And it's like, wow, it's kind of crazy how things change and evolve, because, again, things do change. I mean, that's part of life, but, you know, going out to 50 years of doing this, like, wow.
Right. Well, and I think that that's kind of nice because there are people who really just like history, and anything that is historical is interesting to them. And there are people who just like buses and trains. A lot of people are very interested in trains, and so I think that this year I will look forward to meeting even more people that can share with me and the rest of the community some memories about when they were riding the bus and how public transit has helped them over the last 50 years. And so we'll be looking to tell those stories too.
Hey, Betsy, when's the buses start and when do they stop every day?
Oh, currently we start around 6:30, and the last bus goes back to the barn where it goes to sleep. See, we still have barns. Even though we don't have horses, we still have barns. And about 9:45. But the last time you really can catch the bus down at the station is about 8:45.
Betsy, how many routes do you have?
Well, it depends on which routes you count, right? So I think Wesley, you've ridden them all. So
Except really the only one I've been on it once, but not the whole route.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the Tudor's bus.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's okay. You do pretty well, though, I think.
Well, I do pretty well.
You've ridden more routes than I have, and more often than I do too. Of
Probably
course.
more than most bus riders
Right,
or
right.
bus drivers.
So
Every day.
right. The way I count them is that we have 14 fixed routes and 2 flexible routes that we call flex routes, or deviation bus, or however you want to call it. And then we also have some buses that do demand response service. So those are what we call our access buses, and so they go around and take people that can't ride the fixed route bus or the deviation bus, and they pick them up at home and take them where they need to go. But you have to be qualified for that. So
Betsy, for those people who've never rode the bus before, is there, can
Oh, I
they
have to
call?
look here.
Yeah, I'm up here. Yeah, up here.
Where are
Thank
you?
you,
There you
Betsy.
are.
Hey,
Up there.
I see you down there. Betsy, the people who never rode the bus before, can they call like 311 and ask where their nearest bus stop is or something?
Oh, whoa, that's way off.
Is that way off? Okay, see, I don't know. I'm way up in the sky.
right.
Well, Mr. Sun follows the bus, so
Yeah, I follow
Right.
it.
Well, we like it when it's sunny. It helps people that have to wait for the bus to feel a lot better.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So 311 is the program that the city has, and that's a really good question because people do get confused. We are not a city department. So 311 will get you information about if your garbage doesn't get picked up, or you want your leaves done, or if you have a problem with the sidewalk or something like that. That's 311 is really good for that.
Where do we call to find out the nearest bus stop?
Then you need to call our number, and that's on our maps and schedules. And so it's 432-4546. Or if you don't feel like calling us, you can look it up on your phone. You've got that down too. So we've got a website, so you can go to our website, and there's a trip planner, and it'll answer a lot of your questions on the website. All of this information is up there too, electronically, and then we also have a real-time map of the buses, and you can actually watch the buses go around on the map, which I think is very cool.
you can stalk them.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, and that's the way you know whether the bus is coming or if you've missed it already. So I like that.
And can you tell us, I heard this, but I don't know, you want to say it to the public? Yeah, about how many 40 feet buses you don't be having?
Sure. We have, let's see, 19 of them on the street now, and we have one that we just got about a week ago. It came from California. They drove it out here, and we're getting it ready to put into service. So as soon as we're ready, it doesn't have the decals on it and all that kind of stuff. So as soon as we're ready, I'll take a picture of it, and then you guys can look for it. I don't even know what number it's going to be. It'll be 17 something. Yeah, I don't even know.
That's how you
Yeah.
can tell.
That's right. That's how you can tell.
Can you tell us how that up came along with putting the year at the start?
Well, It helps us identify how old the bus is for maintenance purposes too. So if we want to know when it's time to replace the bus, we can quickly check the number, and it's good to have some kind of number so that you
Right.
can tell it apart. But that way we know how old it is, and then we'll be able to know whether it's time to replace it or not.
Speaking of that, what's the oldest bus you guys got now?
Actually, our buses are in really good shape. We managed to get a lot of them replaced when there was special stimulus fund money back when the economy wasn't too good, doing too well, and there were federal dollars to help boost a lot of things, and so public transit systems got some of that money, and we used it to replace some of our older buses. So the oldest bus we have is a 2002. And that's pretty good for public transit. Those bigger buses are supposed to last for 14 to 20 years sometimes.
Now, one thing I want to talk about too is sometimes people get confused with you guys being working with a city, because the name CityLink. Can you explain to people about that? Because like, well, don't you guys work for the city? Because people, I'm sure you get phone calls about that all the time.
Yeah, and that's okay. And if you call 311, they would just tell you to call us, and that's fine. Or if you send an email to the city, they just refer it to us. So it's fine.
I know you guys get confused about that all the time.
No, I know.
Calling.
Well, and the other thing is that sometimes people get confused because we go by CityLink. They think we're a private company
and funded by them
that makes money.
Yeah.
And we're very far from that, unfortunately. So one of the things that people don't realize is that the fares, which we talked about, $1.25, if you think about it, that doesn't really cover the cost of providing the ride. We can't make any money if we're only charging you $1.25. So a lot of the expenses are covered by local property tax money, and a state grant that we get, and some federal funds that we receive as well. And so on an average trip, it costs us about $5 to provide the trip, but we're only charging $1.25. So the fares really only cover about 12% of the cost of running the service. So we're unfortunately not a profit-making company.
From the city, okay? Because like I said again, people get confused. And
That's
like,
okay. Well, it's like the library. The library is not part of the city either, and it's not
people
part of the
assume
county.
It is,
So we're separate, just like the library is separate.
I just want to get that clarified on TV, the way that
That's
people
good
like,
to know.
oh, okay,
And can you explain to us about the routes we got?
Sure. So we talked about how many we have, and the one that's not up here that you can't see because we didn't have the flyer for it this time is called our Cougar Express, and it's not to go pick up old ladies. I know, I've heard that joke before.
She had to clarify that too.
Yeah. So
You got it.
it's because it's sponsored by the University of St. Francis,
Which is over.
and they wanted to be able to go from their campus on Spring Street to their new campus area downtown, because they have the Performing Arts Center, which is the old Scottish Rite. They have what used to be the Chamber of Commerce building, which is now their business school. And they also have classes over, they have arts and ballet classes over in the Arts Center. So they wanted a route that would kind of help connect their various places where they hold classes. And so they're paying for that, and so they get to put their name on it, and that's what they chose, and because that's their mascot, are the Cougars, so that's okay. But it's free, and it helps also people that want to just run around downtown, because it's a really nice route if you want to come up to Paula's for lunch, or go shopping on your lunch hour. There's lots of different
Or
places
we want to come see you guys.
You can come see us. We're right on that route too. So there's a lot of different ways that you can get
St. Joe.
up and down that stretch. So the University of St. Francis wanted that route because we've done a similar thing for the campuses up north where Ivy Tech and IPFW are. And we call that Campus Link because it's linking the campuses. Get it? Yeah. And like we're CityLink, so we've got a lot of links. We got MedLink, we got CityLink, we've got FlexLink. We're all about links. So and we're trying to get you linked to where you want to go.
Right. And to you, this is something I hamper on every time.
What?
People can still not understand it. The 21 and 22.
Those are confusing. Yeah, so those are our flex link. That's what we call them. But then also people call them the deviation route, or people call it flex route. So those are ones where you have to call in first if you want to be picked up on one of the other stops that are available on that route. So the bus usually follows the same route, and that's on the map. But then it'll deviate, and that's where it gets its name, or it'll be flexible, and it'll go to certain other stops. But it doesn't know that that's where you want it to go until you tell it. So it's not psychic, right? So you call and tell us that's where you want to. That's where you are.
How far in advance do you have to tell them?
About a half an hour, and so then it'll swing by and pick you up on its way by. So it just sort of depends on where it is on its route. Then when you want to get dropped off, that's easy, because then you'll already be on the bus, and you'll just tell the driver that that's the stop that you want to be on. So just when we're picking you up, that we need to know that that's what we need you to do. So.
And team, how is the Tudor Express doing in this first year?
The Cougar Express is doing pretty well, especially for its first year. Usually you kind of expect things to take a little while to get started, but since the University of St. Francis did a really good job of letting the students know about it, they've been using it real well. What I'd really like to do, though, is to make sure that all of the people that work downtown know about it, and that's harder because they're all spread around, and it's harder to get in touch with them. So, so this is a good opportunity to let them know about that, and it's free.
And can you tell us, is there a partnership between CTM with that Tudor Express part too?
Yeah. So what happened was, when we started the service, we thought that we would be able to, or the University of St. Francis thought that running it until about 5 o'clock would be enough. But there are students that have evening classes, and they were interested in having that service too. So just on a temporary basis, they thought they would just contract with CTN, the Community Transportation Network, to provide those last couple of hours to see if that was needed. And by golly, people were using it and liking it, so they kept going this semester as well. I don't know about next year.
Are they specifically going to combine it as into one
Maybe,
company?
yeah, we'll have to talk about that. I think, University of St. Francis has to kind of decide what they want to do.
Do with them?
Yeah.
Hey, Betsy, what happens if the bus is full? Do you have another bus that follows them?
Well, that's a really good question, because my definition of full and sometimes other people's definition of full are different. We let people stand up on the bus, and so as long as we can squeeze one more person in, it's not full. So I like to joke sometimes if somebody calls to complain that the bus is too full, I'm excited. I'm like, yay, I'm so sorry that that's happening to you. I was really kind of confused there. But we don't usually have that problem. What we do have sometimes happen is the bike racks are full. On the front, we only have space for 2 bikes. And lots of people are liking to ride their bikes, especially when the weather gets better. And riding your bike and taking the bus together is a really good way to get around town. So maybe you don't want to ride your bike on Jefferson, because that's crazy.
Right.
So you would maybe put your bike on the bus and bike, take the bus part of the way, and then get on your bike when it's a little bit safer. So we have actually this map that Wesley put up for you that talks about how you can ride the bus to the trail, and that's a really nice place to ride your bike. So we kind of run into some issues there. Drivers have the option to put especially smaller bikes, so children's bikes or something like that, on the bus if there's room, but you kind of just have to see how that goes.
What about 3-wheel bikes?
3-wheel bikes don't fit on our racks very well. That's the problem. And also motorbikes we're not allowed to transport either, because they have gasoline, and that could be kind of dangerous. So But regular two-wheel bikes, we can usually accommodate about any size. The other place where we get into a bind sometimes are people who are using wheelchairs. We have 2 wheelchair securements on the bus, and that's another thing that people don't necessarily know, is that we have ramps that go up, and so that the doorway, the ramp will fold down, and a wheelchair or a stroller or a grocery cart can roll up that ramp. And then we have 2 places in the front that seats fold up, and then 2 wheelchair passengers can sit on the bus. Sometimes we run into trouble where we have another person that wants to ride, and so we have a policy that we'll send another bus if we can, and if that'll be faster than just waiting for the next one.
And have you ever had a situation on a bus where it's too packed, you had to send a second bus?
Nope, not that I can think of. That doesn't usually happen, but it would be a great problem to have.
And I think we need to wrap this one up. So, any last things?
No, I appreciate the service that you guys do. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be getting around town and doing what I gotta do. Thank you
Right.
very much
Well,
for
I'm
the
glad
service.
you guys ride. We appreciate that, and all the riders. We really appreciate.
One thing is I love about the bus, and oh my God, when I have the air conditioning on, it makes me just want to fall asleep. I'm just saying.
Let's say
It's a warm place to go in the winter, and it's a cool place to go in the summer.
Yeah, just try not to fall asleep on them.
Because you might miss your stop.
Exactly. It's happened. I've seen it happen plenty of times. I mean, not me, but
Yeah, I've almost had that happen too. Yeah, I get to not paying attention and I forget where my house is.
it happens.
Stay tuned for more. Welcome back to Wesley's Mr. 100 show. We are wrapping it up with our nutrition friend, Kelly Armstrong.
Thank you, Wesley, for having me back on. I always enjoy doing magic for you. And in fact, we got an audience here. You know something? I see a gentleman out here. This gentleman right here. Would you come on up, sir?
When is your show on?
Oh, actually, my show does come on at 6:30. You were on this show earlier. Yeah. This is Sterling. That's right. We heard Sterling just today on the show. Yeah, we just heard there. Sterling, you know who our vice president is, Mike Pence?
Yes.
Guess what? I got a chance to meet Mike Pence.
How about that?
Personally.
Very good.
He was here in town before he became vice president. He was kissing babies and shaking hands, and I just got done doing a show down here at Headwaters Park. And I seen him coming through as a surprise thing that came through. And he's coming through, and I thought, wow, I got this lady with this little baby here. I bet you he's going to head over here and kiss this baby. So I stood beside the lady, and he came over, and sure enough, he went and kissed the lady. And then what I did was this, okay? And I stuck my hand out to Mr. Pence like that. Mm-hmm. And of course he did. And then I let that go. Okay, now I had him kind of trapped there. And I said, Mr. Pence says, what do I do with these, right? And I say, hand them back to me one at a time, would you? Okay. And name the colors.
Red.
Got a red.
White.
Got a white one.
And the blue.
Red, white, and blue. What does that remind you of?
A little bit on our flag. Very
exactly,
nice.
And here it is.
Very good.
Our American flag.
Very good.
And Mr. Pence says, very good. That's exactly the words he says. Very good, good. I just thought I'd give you a little history there because he's just with only 100 days been in vice presidency. I have a box here, as the audience can see. It is empty. Okay. Check it out, would you? And here's the lid that goes with it. Make sure that's an empty box.
Yep, very empty.
Okay. I'll set it right here and let the audience know. Okay, would you shuffle them up for me?
Okay, I can do it.
I'm going to now put the lid on this box, this empty box. Okay, and you tell me when you got them shuffled. I'll put the lid right here, and I'll set it right here so we can keep an eye on that box. Okay. Sterling, take any card you want.
All right.
That's the one. Okay, look at it. See, these are all different.
Okay.
So do you like that card? Do you want a different one?
This is fine.
You like that one? Sterling, this is a Sharpie pen. Be careful not to poke yourself. Okay, write on the face of the card, not the red side. Write anything you want, Sterling. You can write your name. This is going to be your souvenir.
Okay.
But what you're doing, Sterling, is you're making this a very special card, a card that exists nowhere else, because nowhere can you find a card that's got whatever you got written on that card.
Correct.
Okay, now I'm going to hand you these cards. Okay, put your card on top. Sterling, you watch any detective shows?
Yes.
Which is your favorite detective?
Blood.
What's it?
Blue Blood.
Blue Blood. I don't get that request very often that people do. Wow, that's a good show, all right. Watch that. And on Blue Blood, there's a term called forensic evidence.
Right.
What that means is evidence that a detective can prove that something really happened.
Okay.
For instance, if you had a glass setting here and I put my hand on that glass, a detective would say, I can prove Jerry Armstrong touched this glass because he's got his personal fingerprints on that glass, right? Forensic evidence is you've actually touched that card, you've actually written something on that card, and you probably even put your fingerprints on that card, right?
Probably.
Okay, but that card still should feel like all the rest of the cards, right? I'll try something really difficult. I'm going to shuffle these until you tell me to stop.
Okay.
And when you tell me to stop, I'm going to put them behind my back, and of all these cards, I'm going to try to find your card.
Okay. Okay, stop.
Stop there?
Yep.
No more? Okay. I'm going to put these behind my back and try to find your card. I
Okay.
did already. Your card should be right on top.
Already, okay. Yep.
I got fast
Yes,
hands.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Let's see if I can do that again. Okay, that's your card, right?
Right.
Watch close, okay? Say when.
When?
Stop. Okay, now I'm going to put these behind my back and see if I can find your card. Uh-oh, having a little harder time this time.
Uh-oh.
Before it was, I could feel it. But I think I can get it. Hope I didn't make a mistake. Okay, take the cards, okay? Your card should be right on top. Take a look.
All right.
That's your card?
No,
It's
but
not.
keep going.
Okay, try the next one. See if it is.
Okay.
Is that your card? Okay, I actually have. Would you open this box up and look inside and see what's in that box?
All right. Got a card in
You got a
there,
card in this box.
all folded up.
See that card? Okay. But is that your card?
Time out.
What happened?
Your mind.
Oh, my mic fell off. Oh, where's?
Right down by,
Oh,
there you
back.
go.
Okay. Where did it fall off? What time?
I do not know.
How much should we do that again?
Let me ask. Where did his mic
How'd that
fall
get in
off?
there?
It fell off when you shuffled behind your back that second time.
The second time. Okay. Then let's run it from there.
From here.
Okay, we'll put that back in there. Okay, very good. Okay. And first, it's empty.
Right.
Okay. And let's see
You
now.
want me to show it empty again?
No, they already seen it
All
empty.
right, we'll tip it.
Tip it, it's empty. Okay, very good. Now, let's see. You did shuffle them, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You know, I guess you don't have to shuffle them again because you already picked out your card,
That's right.
So we don't have to do that. So where we got to go from here?
I'll just say that it's
Well-
not the first two cards, or?
I'll take them from behind my back. We'll go from there. Okay, you ready? Let's go 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're ready.
Okay.
Would you take these cards? Your card should be right on top,
be on
Sterling.
top.
Is that your card?
No,
That's not your card?
no.
How about the next one, maybe? No, that's not your card?
That's not
I
it.
have an out in case that happens, okay?
All right.
Would you take the lid off of that box that's been in front of us all the time? See this card in
There's
here?
a card in
There's a
there.
card in this box. See that? Okay, you want to take it out? Okay,
Sure, let's
there you
take it
go.
out.
Whoops, there you go.
That's the card. I
Is
can
that your
tell.
card?
Yeah.
It's got his name on it and
My initials
everything.
on it.
Wow.
Very good.
All right. That's your souvenir. You get to keep that.
All right.
Okay. Good thing I did it right. It would have been a souvenir I did the trick wrong, right? So I'm glad I did it right. Okay. I happen to have a $20 bill here.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. Don't use these little $1 bill things. Okay, make sure that's a normal $20 bill. If not, you can get one of yours out. Would
No,
you?
no, this
We
will
can
be
use one
fine.
of yours if you want.
It's gonna disappear, I want it to be yours.
You must have helped magicians before. Okay, this is a nice sharp pin. 1, 2. Okay, there. Put a hole in it, but it can still be spent. Okay. Would you put your ear up here? I'm going to rip it the rest of the way. Okay, I pulled it through there. Take a look at the 20.
Let's see
Open
if
it.
it's- No hole and no rip.
No hole, no rip.
Very
good. Okay, excellent.
Did you want me to keep that 20?
No. Now, if it was a fake 20, I'd probably do that. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna look in your eyes. Have you traveled much?
Some.
Okay. Okay, I wrote something on here. I'm going to put this card right there, my business card. Got it? Okay, now, take the, oh, well, you don't have to take them. I'll explain what they are. This has a deck of 52 cards. It has all different countries on it, and every country has a different card. So I got 52 different cards with 52 different countries, like Japan, Britain, Italy, Great Britain, okay, United States. See?
Yeah.
So it's all different flags, okay, for have all numbers. I'm going to be totally fair with you.
Okay.
You pick, I already wrote what country you're going to pick on there. All you got to do is pick any card that comes to your mind.
Okay.
And I'll try to help you with that
All right.
card, okay? Pick any card that comes to your
Comes to my
mind. What card?
Ace of diamonds.
Ace of diamonds.
Yep.
Let's find the ace of diamonds. See if I could influence you a little.
Probably be on the bottom, won't
I
it?
don't know. There's the jokers, yeah. Ace of diamonds. There it is. Okay. Don't look at the back yet.
Okay.
Okay, that's the card you wanted of all these 52 cards. Okay, for the first time, what is on the back of that card? What country?
Canada.
Would you turn my card over and see what I predicted?
Canada.
All right.
Very good.
I helped you
You certainly did.
come into that decision of making Canada.
I've got a few other problems you can help me with.
I can, but I don't do taxes.
Oh.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay. Okay. These are pick. Let's see. Let's try this. Pick any card you want.
Okay. Let's get one right here.
Okay. Look at it. You want a different one, or you want to keep that one?
This is good.
You like that one? Okay.
Want me to show it to
And
camera?
put it. Okay, and put it on top.
Okay.
Okay. Now, no. Let's see. No, I'll take some of the cards from the bottom and put them on top.
Okay.
Okay, like that. Now, we're going to see if we can get this to.
Move around, huh?
You want to move around? Okay, let's see if we can get it to move around. Okay, go ahead, move around. Oh no, no, it'll do it itself.
Oh, it'll do it itself.
I think it will. It's supposed to. Okay. We forgot the magic word. Abracadabra.
There you go.
There, that
That's
worked.
the one.
Is that the one of
Yep.
all those cards?
Yep.
I forgot the magic word. How can a magician forget the
I
magic
don't know.
word? Oh man, that's horrible. So, okay, let's see. You let me show you something here with these cards. Okay, I got 4 cards here. I got the 6 of, put it down here so I can 6 of spades, 6 of clubs, 6 of hearts. Oh, excuse me, 6 of diamonds. Okay. And I'm going to show those again. Okay. It'd be 6 of spades, 6 of clubs, 6 of hearts, and 6 of diamonds, and 6 of hearts.
Yep.
I'm going to take this last card, the 6 of hearts here, and I'm going to put it right here on the table. Okay. And now I just got 3 cards left. I got the 6 of
Right.
clubs, 6 of diamonds, and 6 of spades. But I'm going to switch this 6 of hearts with 6 of clubs, okay? 6 of diamonds, 6 of spades, 6 of hearts. That's now the 6 of clubs. I'll switch it with the 6 of diamonds. 6 of spades, 6 of hearts, 6 of clubs. How much you bet that I can't bring that? Well, let's tell you what. Let's take this card, and I'll put it in your pocket here.
Okay.
Okay? Now, stand clear over here.
Okay.
I'm going to try to take that out of your pocket and put it back in these cards.
Okay.
Okay? How much you bet that I can't? Okay, watch this. 6 of spades, 6 of clubs, and 6 of diamonds, 6 of hearts. Doesn't matter if you didn't have the money on you, because I do take credit cards. I take Discover card, I take American Express, MasterCard, and Visa
There you
also.
go.
Yay! Those balloons are coming. Yay! It's a 100th show. It's a 100th show that Wesley has done. Yay! Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sterling, for coming up and seeing this. Thank you. Thank you very
for-
much.
Welcome back to Wesley Smith's to 100 show. We got
Jeff Landis, you might know me from Mendoza Landis. I'm on every Thursday at 11 o'clock. And if you local, professional wrestlers, not local, professional wrestlers, Hornswoggle, Rob Van Dam, Abyss, I can keep going on. But anyways, I'm here as a co-host. Thanks for having me back for the 100th episode. Oh my God, I can't believe it's been 100 episodes.
Hey,
we also
Wesley.
have-
Leslie, can I introduce her?
Yes,
okay.
you can, Mr.
All
Son.
right. Okay, Wesley, this is Lisa Hagan. And Lisa, we had a wonderful time down at the farmer's market, didn't we? Didn't we, Wesley?
Yes,
Yes,
we did.
we did. We had a wonderful time. Lisa, tell us about the farmer's market. What is the farmer's market for people who don't know?
Well, you can find fresh local produce, meats, eggs, cheeses, crafts. It's just a really good time for everybody.
When can we go there?
Every Saturday, 9 to 1.
All right. What'd you say, Wesley?
Where are you guys floating at?
Right now, we are at Parkview Field inside the Lincoln Financial Event Center. It's right underneath the huge digital scoreboard. You cannot miss it. It's off of Douglas Street, though. And in a couple weeks, we will be moving to to Bar and Wayne Street.
Nice.
And did I still have satellite locations like last year?
We only have our Saturday markets right now.
All right.
So-
Well, in the summer, are you guys don't do the other ones or not?
We only do Bar and Wayne Street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. From 9
My
to 1.
question is how did farmers market came to mind? Because again, people have several ideas, and some people actually go with the flow and actually go for it. So what made the farmers market? What made you guys decide to go with it? And how long has it been planned?
In 2012, we decided there was a huge need for the farmers in particular. They had nowhere to sell their produce in the winter months. So we created an indoor market, and we've been at Parkview Field ever since then. We started off slowly, one Saturday a month for the markets, and we're weekly now this year.
So you guys pretty much, to go with the plants and everything that you guys get, have grown with local people and getting different connections just as well.
Yep, we've got over 40 vendors in our facility right now. So
Wow. Say for instance, if I wanted to be a vendor, what would I do and who would I have to contact for that?
you can go online to our website. It's www.ftwaynesfarmersmarket.com. And under market registration, you can apply. It's completely free. We review your application, and we'll get back to you if you've been accepted or not.
So have you tried any of the stuff there?
I eat there all the time. That's how most of our grocery shopping gets done in our house. So
Hey, why not keep it local? I mean, sometimes
Right, keep it local.
locals was missing. So I mean, especially with farmers and all getting together. I mean, networking is off the charts. I'm sure you guys got new stuff coming in each week.
yeah, it's up to the farmers, obviously, what they choose to bring, what they choose to grow, whatever does best for them. But they've gotten very, very good in the last couple of years about what they grow, how they do it, just some of their different methods that they've tried, trial and error, things that have worked and haven't.
So is there any limits on anything that they can bring in?
It
Or
must be made, baked, or grown by the person selling it at our market.
Okay, yeah.
And
that
we
makes-
go to the extent of, I go out and do farm inspections. So I visited every single one of our farms just to make sure that they do have animals and they do have plants, and there is stuff growing there, because some people buy it from an auction, repackage it, and sell it as their own. And we try to prohibit that as best as we can.
So you guys go in depth to make sure that it's legit, and
Yeah,
which I understand completely, because again, sometimes you never know.
right. Yep, we do that.
Plus, do you guys have non-for-profits, Tom, as well?
Just this year, and we've done it in the past, but we kind of went away from it a little bit, but I'm trying to bring it back. So this year I have gotten in contact with a couple of nonprofits. You were one of them. But we've gotten in contact with a couple of them just to try to, get some new faces into the market, and people have really been enjoying it. We've had the seed library from the Little Turtle branch, I believe it was. So we've had a couple different ones. The bike sharing program is going to be at one of the markets coming up. So we've got a couple different ones coming up soon. So.
And we were there on April the 8th. So.
Yep, and it looked like you guys had a really good time.
We went way too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a great time. Remember the balloon guy we had out there?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we had a guy making balloons named Kevin. And then we had Magic Jerry out there too.
Doing magic with the balloons. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Plus, that's actually the reason why we bought this banner behind us for that table. So.
Making connections, networking was best where it's at.
Yes, it is.
How many people stopped at our table, Wesley?
230.
Wow.
That includes all the twin assassins with the magician, bloom artist, pistol flames. It's my basic content.
Now, speaking of numbers, since you talked about numbers, Mr. Sun, how many numbers do you guys normally get weekly, or does it go back and forth?
Are you talking people? That come in?
People coming in, merchandise being.
Usually around 800 people walk through our doors on a Saturday, and that's at our indoor market. The outdoor market is quite a bit more. Right now, we've got about, I want to say, 45 vendors. And then we'll move outdoors soon, and we're probably about 40 outdoors. So.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of the outdoors ones because you guys had the Allen County Public Library doing their thing, and you guys have local people performing. It's like a big reunion. People get to meet up, network again, talk to friends you run into, and.
Yep, it's a great place if you have something to, or you don't have anything to do on a Saturday. It's a great place to find people that you maybe haven't seen for a while. You run into people that you know constantly. It's just a really cool sense of community. So.
And then they also work together with the History Center, which you guys have your guys' thing, and you network with as well. It's just with that as well. And me and my kids love to go to the History Center. And
Actually, there's 2 of them there at Bar.
Yep, there is, and we're actually across the street from the one at the History
Oh,
Center.
okay.
So.
I apologize.
Oh, that's fine. A lot of people get confused.
I know.
So.
Well, thanks for letting me know. Again, I did not know. I apologize.
But how do we find out more about what you guys do?
If you go to our website, we've got our market dates, times, location. All of the vendors are out there. We've started posting recipes, different information about our vendors. So some of them have videos on there and pictures of their farms, and it's just a way for people to get to see what they kind of, what their passion is. So.
Do you guys have a Facebook page or anything?
Oh, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and I am trying to get better about using Twitter, but.
Oh my God, I hate. Oh.
Oh, no, I'm the same way.
I try it with Twitter, and it doesn't work with me.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes social networking is where it's at. Social media is where it's at now. It's better that way sometimes.
And
Well, that's pretty much what.
Well, I really did enjoy myself. Wesley, are we going to go back there again sometime?
I don't know what to say about it right now. I know most likely what right now. I think we won't make it for the summer.
Okay.
But we will try and get back, hopefully back in an indoor nest season.
Yeah, good. So.
Because we are not going to be able to find anything we need.
And Leslie, this is a free thing, right? No, you don't have to pay for it, right?
Right.
Wow. That's pretty good.
It's free admission.
What do you have to have? Do you have to have your own table and all that stuff?
What's the requirements for?
What's the
market?
requirements?
It depends. For the indoor market, the table and the chairs are provided. For the outdoor market, you need a table, a tent, tent weights, chairs, any decorations you want, that kind of stuff. So
You supply it, you take care of it.
Right.
in the summer,
Outside,
absolutely.
Stay tuned for more coming soon.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's a great day. That's what we say. Happy birthday to you.
10:01.
All right. Second, it's going to be Greneville Garcia.
April 7th, Dowie Martinez.
April 8th is Devin Adams.
April 10th, Dwayne South.
April 15th is Dave Lambsbury.
April 16th is Edison.
April 17th is Frank Nitty.
April 21st, Pastor Cindy White.
And April 21st is Kay Lee Simpson.
April 23rd is Martin Sue Happen.
Stettleton. And then the abbreviation is Handblin. 23rd, we missed Mike Lewis. Yes, we almost missed Mike.
April 24th, Booth Set.
Okay, April 24th also is Libby Smith.
April 25th is April Moon.
And April 26th is Jeff Landis.
April 26th, House of Tracy Match.
April 27th is Donnie Staker.
April 28th is Midorn Dempstead. My father was born April 1st, 1940 and passed away September 22nd, 2013.
Wow.
Also, I don't use with Doom in the first response was this was a special request. Deborah Parr and Herbert Parr. They're in the first response. Today we are taping this April 20th.
Wow. Well, what's coming up next, Wesley? Wesley!
Hey, Mr.
Yeah,
Sean.
good to see you. Hey, Wesley, we got somebody really special with us today. And who is it? It's a little guy, but usually they're real big, but this guy's a little guy.
Yes, he is. We thought
Ollie the elephant. Ollie the elephant with some elephant jokes for you.
Well, let's hear him, Ollie.
Okay.
Wisdom for it.
Why don't elephants play cards?
Why?
Because of the cheetahs.
Ooh.
How do elephants talk?
How do elephants talk?
By elephone.
Oh.
Why are elephants so wrinkled?
Why?
Why?
Have you ever tried to iron one? Okay. What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhino?
What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhino?
Elephino. A little better there. Why do elephants do silly things?
Why is that?
For the elephant. What weighs 5,000 pounds and wears glass slippers?
Wow, who's that?
Cinderelephant.
Oh.
How did the baby gain 500 pounds by drinking elephant's milk?
Well, how can a baby gain 5,000 pounds?
Because it was the elephant's baby.
Oh.
Who put money under the pillows of elephants when they go to bed?
Who?
The Tusk Fairy.
Oh.
How do you know an elephant is in your house?
How?
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 By the smell of the peanuts on his breath.
Oh, that's
No,
how. That's
actually, I
how.
don't like that. I didn't make that up.
Okay, that's
That was just my gag writer. What do you get when you cross an elephant with Obamacare?
Oh, elephant and Obamacare. What do you get?
Hell if I care.
Fancy.
Well, you could talk with the animals, think of all the things that you could do, talk to everyone in the zoo. Yeah, that's what you could do. Why was the elephant mad at the airline?
Why?
Because they lost his trunk.
Ooh.
What do elephants have that no other animal has?
What?
Baby elephants.
Oh.
One morning, I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I don't know. that goes to Groucho Marx. What's big and gray and wears a mask?
What?
The elephantum of the opera.
Ooh.
Why did the elephant quit the circus?
Why did the elephant quit the circus?
He was tired of working for peanuts.
Oh.
They don't pay elephants that much. What do you call an elephant who never bathes?
What?
A smell-elephant. Those
Ooh.
very few elephants like that. We are very clean and we take baths often.
You have your own hose, don't you?
Yeah, we just splash ourselves and just suck up all the water and spray it on the lions and get them all
Wow.
wet cats. What do you get when you cross a fish with an elephant?
A fish with an elephant. What?
Swimming trunks. What's an elephant compliment?
What?
You get, look, elephantastic. Why did the elephant get kicked out of the circus?
Why did he get kicked out?
He kept dropping his trunk. Well, if you know of any elephant jokes, you can tell them now.
Well, how about what's green and yellow and lives in a trunk?
Oh, I don't know that.
An elephant booger.
Oh, I'm not sure we can say that. Okay, we're just about done here, and we're going to birthdays next.
April 1st.